Hi guys, welcome back to another P3D version 5 video. We are today flying the de Havilland DHC-6 Twin Otter that Aerosoft created for P3D a while back. It's an aircraft that's been in production for quite a long time, since 1965, still being produced. Almost 1,000 of them has been made. I think it's like 990 something. And we're flying, I think it's the 300 version, because I think the later ones are more upgraded. I guess the older ones can have been retrofitted as well, but oh well. And we are flying for Airwego, specifically their Norwegian subsidiary, flying their STOL, short takeoff and landing operations. And we are flying a very short flight from Tromsø or Langnes Airport to Bardufoss Airport in northern Norway. And I'm actually gonna import so I can show you quickly where the route. As you can see, a very short route, but I thought it would be perfect to finally feature the Twin Otter on the channel. Haven't had time yet to do so. And in terms of the airports, we're using the freeware packages. There is a Norwegian website with a lot of freeware packages. Otherwise, it's basically Orbex Norway, the regional package. So no photoreal, but it looks pretty good down low. It's quite a lot of fun to fly with the STOL aircraft, such as the Twin Otter. Tromsø looks pretty good with the freeware package. I don't fly here often enough to. I mean, maybe at some point I'll buy the Aerosoft version, but this one does look pretty okay for a freeware package. I'm not sure about Bardufoss. It was a while since I checked it out, but I think it's pretty good as well. In terms of the Twin Otter, I actually started thinking about, does it have any PBR? It looks pretty good though. I'm not sure if you need to add PBR to it. So this is just standard, but I guess that's technically something that could be added to make it look a bit better in P3D version 5, since it is a version 4 native aircraft. But it looks good with the Airwego livery. You can see the captain and the first officer is already on board. And we are quickly gonna jump to the other outside view, and I'll just show you how it looks, this freeware package. So it looks pretty good. It lines quite well with the Orbex. I mean, it's nothing close to the payware one, which probably looks a lot better, but if you're not flying a lot, I would definitely recommend this. Or if you're not flying a lot in Norway, specifically northern Norway. And anyway, you should probably get the freeware packages, because they have a lot of airports in northern Norway. I think most of mine, if I have here so most of these with this orange color is freeware ones from that website. So very recommended. I guess it's only a few, such as this one that this might be a shutdown airport that Orbex has, but yeah. So it might be worth getting just to get to fly some short range trips. We already loaded the aircraft. I didn't see any load manager within the sim. There's probably one outside. I know Aerosoft likes to do that. There's no EFB either, so if we jump in, you'll notice that it's quite barren in that sense. I think I have the RXB GTN loaded here, but let's see. In terms of other things, some weird stuff, such as the throttle being up here, but otherwise nothing too special. I haven't flown this in a while, so bear with me if I make some mistakes with some of these switches. I'll try to do it right. As you can see, it's not a big seat configuration, so 3 seat rows, and then that's in the 5 pairs, so 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So not that many, but quite a bit. So good for these kind of short hops. I think this is used a lot in, for example, the Caribbean's, northern Canada. I think this aircraft is, for example, used by, I'm trying to think, does Buffalo Airways use it? Maybe they don't actually, but yeah, a bit of variety of different ones. Air Inuit, they use it at least, that's for sure. At least according to the Wikipedia I just checked. Could be old news, but we hope not. Let's see, we can try to figure out now how, there we go. We want to remove that control lock. I don't think we can remove this one, but not impossible. Let me see, nose wheel steering, is that something we have to... Okay, doesn't seem to be anything we can click as of now. We can have a look at that later. In terms of the interior, let me check the viewpoints. I have a few of them. Some are a bit weirdly placed. That might be useful. As you can see, for example, battery temperatures down here, pilot, static, and some nice window views. Let's try to not switch too many times. As the flight is pretty short, we can probably get going relatively quickly. Parking brake is set, fire handles are in. I think there's a test, but maybe we can first get the batteries running, and I'm gonna just check when that's supposed to be done. Okay, so it's not really the most intuitive, but it shouldn't be too hard. So this is that we can choose between battery and external. I think if we want to have the external one, do we need to add anything specific? Potentially not. But let's do battery for now. You can see the generators, the bus ties, the lights up here. Emergency, we can arm that. Reading entrance is our interior lights. We have some circuit breakers, but nothing that we can kind of click. In terms of these lights, we have the position lights they want to put on. No smoking. We can wait with the rest. We also have the pitot heats here. Taxi lights, for example. So not a lot of things that we need to click on up here. Here's the ignition. I'm gonna do the DC master. That should get things started. And here we have the windshield. I don't think there's any rain effects on this one. Could be wrong, of course, but just so you are aware, if that's a deal breaker. And yeah, flight data recorder, etc. We have this Bendix, so the TCAS, and here we have the RXP GTN, and I've made it more simple. Could be good, of course, to have the terrain, specifically if we're flying here in Norway, so it could be good to have the topo. And let me see, actually maybe we don't want to have terrain, as that's gonna make everything a bit harder to see. But we can keep it as this, and then we can of course change between GPS and VLOC. We want to be on GPS at least to start, so let's keep that on, and we'll just do our flight plan first. There shouldn't be any specific weird stuff. I'm just gonna have a look. We are doing the Roscoe for B, I think we should do. Let me check though if there is anything. Yeah, let's do the Roscoe 4B, no transition. We can load that said. We're not doing any stars, we're just doing the approach. Let's do the VOR. We're gonna come to Roscoe. There doesn't seem to be any good. We can do the CJ A1. Then if we activate it, it should bring us directly and then in. So this looks pretty good. 90,000 feet seems reasonable in terms of altitude. Validate and file. We just need to change this one to something reasonable. Let's do the King Air. We can change to Airwego and make sure that we have the options, that we have GPS and ILS, etc. We have those capabilities. And we can remove this and connect to the sim. And while we do that, we can't of course use this one since these are connected to if you have the GNS, but we can do the flight plan here. So remember, you can't use these buttons. They do move, but aren't useful. Okay, let's switch from the 80s.
Information Victor. 920 local winds are calm. Visibility skies clear.
That's
Temperature
odd.
60.
There we go. Okay, so loading procedure for the departure. And we are doing the one that we were talking about, the B one. So this one seems to have disappeared. So we're just gonna do this one. We're taking off from runway 18. Then from Roscoe, it's basically, yeah, then that's where we start the approach. So yeah, not really a difficult flight plan to set up. We're doing the VOR to number 10, and we're doing that one so we can load it. The thing is just to make sure that it kind of aligns directly, because that's what pilot EDC is gonna think we're gonna fly. So I am just gonna remove this, and that should align it correctly, like that. So yeah, we're basically ready with that in mind. Let's just check boost pumps, vents, etc. off. We can actually quickly start our boarding. We want to do that just so we get the landing rates, etc. We are just gonna quickly insert the relevant data. It's not gonna be a very long flight. We're talking about, well, what is it, like 60 nautical miles maybe, give or take ish. Not sure. We have this one. We'll just use the Saab. We can do 19 packs. We can do all their Airwego stuff for the boarding and then for the custom safety brief. And there we have the Airwego one, so we'll start that. Bus tie switch should be on normal, which it is. Generator switches off. Yeah, good. Throttles, let's just check that they are working as intended. The props should be full forward. Well, let me have a look. So now they're on feather, and we can increase them. This one is a bit hard to move. You move it like the opposite. Power lever should be on idle. I think it's on idle now, but we have to check a bit. I have a faint recollection that, you know, it's easy to kind of put it in the reverse. Now they're on idle. Windshield heat off, off, off. Ignition switch should be on normal. And it looks to be on normal. DC master on battery. We can test the fire. Just making sure it works, which it does. And yeah, fuel quantity looks reasonable. Test that. And let me see if there... Oh, that's good. You can even kind of populate the checklist as well. I'll show it to you guys. So you can like press here to select the things that you have completed. No crew needed. Inverter switches. I think they were up here. The bleed air. But I'm actually now wondering if I have missed them, because they're supposed to be select 1 or 2. Potentially they are on this one. I'm gonna move this, sorry guys, even though it's good for you, it's just so much in the way. I'm just quickly left or right. Now that's the selectors, windshield. We have looked at that, nothing down here. You have the beta range test. Nothing down here. We have the yaw dampener on the yoke itself. So there. And yeah, here we just have the fuel. I think this is from the wing tanks, which we are not loading today. Actually, let's talk to the... Let's listen in so we get at least the right QNH.
14. Current QNH is 1009er.
1009er.
Runway 18.
So we can get that right.
Lang
Do we have any backup? Doesn't look like it. We can talk and get IFR clearance. Airwego 4003. Ready to copy IFR clearance.
Airwego 4003 is cleared to Echo November Delta Uniform Fly the
I'm
Ross
gonna
4 Bravo
pre-populate
departure.
this based on
Then
the
is
text.
filed.
So
Expect departure
6000.
runway 18. Climb to 6,000 feet via the departure.
04.
Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Tromso approach on 123.75.
We can keep this
Squawk
as
6104.
is. On ground. And now the question is...
Airwego 4003 is cleared to Echo November Delta Uniform Fly the Rosk 4 Bravo departure. Then is filed. Climb to 6,000 feet via the departure. Expect higher clearances 2 minutes after departure. Tromso approach on 123.75. Squawk 6104. Airwego 4003 read back correct. QNH.
Let's actually have these on
1009.
feather.
Let us know when you're ready for pushback.
And I don't think we need to push back.
QNH is 1009er. Airwego.
We should just be able to start and turn. Now that I think of it, or maybe we'll need with this thingamabob in our way. So let's check. As you can see, it's really not the photoreal. You notice it immediately with the hills. Not sure what's going on there. Is that supposed to be some snow? But it looks better on the ground compared to photoreal. It just looks more realistic, but when you're up in the air it doesn't look as good. Specifically mountains look just so much better with the photoreal. But let's see. 1009. Airwego 4003. Ready for pushback.
Airwego 4003.
Let's see how I got the
pushback approved.
GSX. It looks pretty good. They're loading it up
Pushback
quite nicely.
approved. Airwego 4003.
Not a lot of baggage to get on board. Looks like a lot, but this one isn't gonna fit that much. Okay, we got pushback approved. Airwego 4003, ready for engine start. Just gonna do
Airwego
all of those.
4003 engine start approved.
Now let me
Engine
see,
start
we need to
approved,
taxi.
Airwego 4003.
We need to taxi to the right, so we have to do quite a bit of taxiing to get to takeoff. I don't think we need the full runway though, so let's see. Airwego 4003, ready to taxi. I'm just kind of doing these in advance.
Airwego 4003, runway 1.
Okay.
Taxi via taxiways Yankee. Echo. Hold short runway 18.
We are kind of loaded up.
Runway 18. Taxi via taxiways Yankee. Echo. Hold short runway 18 Airwego 4003.
So we're gonna have a look at the PIREP, waiting for taxis, the current input. So the boarding should soon be done. I think we can close the main door. And I think these ones are gonna be pulled back now as well. The luggage loaders. And we can then close our remaining doors. Okay. Part of me wants to use the GSA to see if it works, but I have a feeling I haven't yet gotten the sound working, so we're just gonna go ahead and start and taxi ourselves out of here. Hopefully at least. So let me see, full, yeah, that's fine. Idle, boost pump switches should be on, and let's just double check where those are located. Actually, we can also put on the anti-collision and the seat belt signs, check that they are on here, and they do seem to be on. So now the question is just where do we have the booster pumps on this bird? And I think they are here. So we have the standby one and the normal one, so we can put those on. They make a bit of noise, which makes sense. What we then want to do is to do the start switches, so we can start maybe with let me see, we have both on here. Here we have the landing lights. Don't we have them up there as well? Oh well. We can start with the right engine. So fuel lever should go on about now. Let's make sure we get that. So first the fuel lever, and then did we? Oh, I had the sound closed. That was the problem. Sorry about that, guys. I just noticed I've had the sounds off completely, so you're probably only hearing my voice. But that's kind of how you start it. Nothing too fancy. You can see that the values are looking fine in the green band. And let me see what else. We can then start the left one. We don't need the standby one. Okay, that one is above the fuel. That one starting as well. And we can increase the RPMs. So there we go. And let me see, do we have any tiller, or is this controlled? Or maybe this is the nose wheel, so you control it with this little switch here out on the left. Okay, let's check though. So after we've done that, the generators can go on, which makes sense. The generators are on. You should check the load as well, but we'll skip that for now. Altimeters, clocks, I guess we can start that.
You will find this and all the other safety information on the cards located in the seat pocket in front of you. If you have any questions,
Okay, not
please
really
don't
sure how to
hesitate
start
to
that,
ask
but
one of our
okay,
crew members.
can look at that at some point.
We wish you all an enjoyable flight with Airwego.
There's some checks you should do, betas, etc. We'll wait with that. We should set the flaps to 10. And the question is, of course, where. So now the ram air is closed. Actually, we need to put on. I just noticed that a lot of these are off. So let's put them on. What we want to check is the flaps, and I'm just wondering for my own sake, is there any kind of flap indicator anywhere, or do we have to guess that ourselves? Oh, here it is up here. So that's flaps 10. Pneumatic is on a low pressure. That should be fine. Auto feather should be on. However, I'm not sure where that button is. At least not as of now. Taxi light. I'll do the pitot as well. There's some things, like I said, that probably be wrong, but let's see. If we do both bleeders, what happens? Maybe we can just do left. Is this one actually... let me see. I don't think this one is pressurized, right? Just let me see. Max cruise. Okay, around 100, yeah. So I guess the bleeds are probably used for the air con. Or just to, I guess, increase a bit the amount of air in the cabin. One other thing that I'm gonna forget, so I'm just gonna do it a bit early. We're gonna put on the altitude. We can select the altitude here. On let me see, can you... we don't have the transponders set correctly though. That should be 6104. So let's see, now it's on.
The cabin is ready for takeoff.
In terms of, we can put the nav mode on as well. So that's the autopilot switch, just in case you weren't aware of it. In terms of the trim, that's a good thing. It does want us to add a bit of trim. The only question I have is where you can see that. It's after takeoff, you put on the yaw dampeners, etc. Then you put auto feather off. No info on the fuel pumps, if those are supposed to remain on. So I'll think we can keep them on. We released the brakes, nothing happened. So we'll have to add a bit of thrust. Let's see if we can get moving. We're quite heavy. We're almost fully loaded. And look at that, the tiller is working, so that's nice. And we've managed to move by ourselves. And Yeah, I'm not sure about the ram air though, if we wanna keep that closed or if that should or if that should be on. Or if we wanna vent or not as well. I need to have a look at that. I know some aircraft wanna vent on the ground. It's different with them all. Okay, but let's see. I think we are going now. Let me check compacts. Yeah, it's looking good. It's not a long flight, so this shouldn't take long. The taxiing will be about the same time. Well, not quite. Oh. It's a bit fickle, the taxiing. Feels like it wants to, you need a bit of thrust to get going, and then it really wants to take off. So what are these? Nordic Sky? Or Nordic, yeah, so that's the Fly UK subsidiary. Okay, it looks like we're finding some sort of stable taxiing speed now, so that's good. You can see the red and red and the green lights, or the red here and the green on the right one. They seem to be working. The one thing we'll need to be a bit careful with is the engines. I have noticed that they sometimes die on you if you're mistreating the aircraft. So we just need to be a bit cautious. That plane doesn't look like it's... oh, it stopped. That's great to see. Sometimes it works pretty nicely. Sometimes it doesn't. We're just gonna quickly overtake it, you know, the legal way. Sorry, Sky, or Nordic Sky, or Nordic. Always forget if it's Nordic Sky or Nordic. I'm not sure where it's probably gonna park here. Here we even have the Videro. Yeah, so it's pretty well done freeware airport, this one. Highly recommend it. It's like just the amount of level you need to, you know, if you're just gonna fly once or twice a year. Hell, maybe even less. That's the problem when you're adding more airports. The rarer you fly, the ones you have. Okay, let's zoom in here as well. Check a bit how the idea is. So we're gonna come down, then we're gonna go right. We're gonna take off kind of immediately.
Airwego 4003, advise when ready for departure.
Okay, advise when ready for
Loco
departure.
Airwego
That sounds good.
4003.
I think the kind of takeoff is around 80 knots with this one, but let's see. Airwego 4003, ready for takeoff.
Airwego 4003, winds are light and variable. Runway 18 cleared for takeoff, squawk 6104.
Yeah, and we already have
Runway 18 cleared for takeoff,
strobe
squawking
lights.
6104. Airwego 4003.
Okay, so the landing lights are only down there, yeah. Okay, landing lights. Let's have a look if we can see them. Yeah, you can see them a bit. Okay, so we are ready for takeoff. We got the clearance. Let's go. We are landing at runway 10. It's a VOR approach. So the question is, of course, what the minimums are. The minimums are 1,240. Because the landing elevation is 200. Okay, so quite a high. We can put it here. Around there, right? And let me have a look quickly. Is anyone else queuing up? No. The Dash 8 seems to have parked. let's see, transition altitude 7000, the localizer is 110,300. We're just gonna put that so we have it in with a course of 104. 104, let's put that in so we have it. Oh, I got... Yeah, the proper RPM is always supposed to be quite high, it seems. Okay. Okay, let's see. We're gonna turn to the right here. So I guess it's the one below RPM that we can look at. And then of course the other, the torque, pressure, etc. just to make sure we're not overstressing the engines. So we're just gonna line up here nicely. Oh, it's a bit fickle. So let's do that. We are cleared for takeoff. Everything is set. Flaps. And trims I think are set. Okay, that's the battery temperature. Just trying to see if we can find a trim. There's probably a trim tab somewhere. It's just always a bit hard when you don't know exactly where to look. Yeah, good. I guess, do we change? Yeah, maybe we don't have to use the prop back at all in the air, but let's see. We'll open the shift. I just want to have the after takeoff ready. We can try to search for some of these things. Okay. So let's give it a go. Let's make sure the values are looking good. Okay, we don't want to push too much. Let's start with this and see how it goes. We're quite heavy though, so... Okay, 60 knots. Okay. 80 knots. And we are taking off. It's looking pretty good. Oh, sorry, we don't have any landing gear to bring up. Yeah, okay. You let me learn, right? Okay, and we are going kind of in the right direction. I think we can go flap 0. We are climbing towards 6,000. It's gonna take a bit of time. I think the taxi lights can be turned off. Oh, sorry about that. I'm steering this a bit crazily. Oh, and we want to start turning, I think. It's a fun airplane to hand fly, even though it takes a bit to get used to. Oh, sorry, we're not really yet there at the turning point. I think we can follow here the flight director. It should give us, even if it's not giving us a vertical speed that we can aim for, or a pitch. Okay, and now it wants us to turn right. We can continue our turn. And I'm soon gonna put on the... I'm just gonna add a bit of thrust. And I'm actually gonna quickly check again. So yaw dampener. That should probably help to put on. Can a bit stabilize this one with the trim. Okay, let's see, we need to find a nice trim mode. Landing lights we can actually turn off already. Yeah, we need to be careful with this. I'm not sure why the trim isn't really responding. Okay, now it is. Okay, so now the next thing I want to try is to do the altitude. And the question I have with the altitude is that do you set it in any specific way? You don't seem to be able to arm it. And that's if you wanna hold. But we don't wanna hold, do we now? We can't seem to force the vertical. Not too big of a fan of the amount of climb we're doing now. I'm gonna trim it down. Let's see, I think that seems to work. Or not. Yeah, I don't wanna push the engines too much. But I do wanna figure out how to set actually one way it could be is that you'll have to set it first. So let's see. Let's say we wanna climb with a bit lower than this. A bit something like that maybe. Let's see what it selects. Okay, so that's a bit lower. Around 1000. Yeah, I need to figure out the autopilot on this one. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Not as good as with photoreal, but it's much better than the default P3D. Which makes it a lot of fun to fly here with these slower birds. We have about 26 minutes to go to our destinations. Nothing too much or too slow. And actually, let's see, I did press down on that. Did that have any difference? No, so that's just a trim input. We're about to reach the altitude and we haven't gotten higher clearances. So I'm actually gonna check if we can let's see.
Tower Airwego 4003 request climb to flight level
090, let's see.
Airwego 4003 negative. Climb and maintain flight level 100.
Okay, even higher. 100.
Climb and maintain flight level 100.
So our
Airwego
maximum cruising altitude.
003.
It's looking pretty good though with the speed, etc. Maybe we're ascending a bit fast. I would want to speed us up a tiny bit. Question is how you do that in a good way. I'm gonna pitch down. Let's see what we get now. So still around 1000. There must be something controlling this. It's definitely not that one. There must be some way to push that one down. Did that change it, or is it just gonna bounce back? Seems like it's just bouncing back. Let me see. Select arm, push on. That's the auto feather. Okay, so at least we found that button. That's always good. Do we have anywhere else anything we could put in, doesn't seem like it. Course, etc. is looking good. Only about 21 minutes to go. So yeah, this will be a relatively quick flight, which is nice from time to time. Now we are descending or ascending a bit slower, so let's see. We're maintaining speed, the values aren't looking fine, I would say. Nothing odd. Nothing here either on the annunciator panel. So generally speaking, it's fine. This is the hydraulic circuit breaker, that's interesting. You have more circuit breakers here as well, but nothing that we need as of right now. We have the nice views here turning left. Actually one of the better aircrafts with that sort of view. Must be very nice to pilot this aircraft since you have the engines on the sides. So basically they are not in the front, which I guess is more annoying with the one engine turboprops. So just the Kodiak 100. Okay, still looking good. Still continuing our journey to Roscoe. We're soon at our top of descent, but we haven't heard anything. I'm gonna put this, what was the transition, 6000, right? Something like that. So we're soon gonna be able to just go on the altitude button. Yeah, seems like this one does help to get down the ascent rate. Yeah, we don't have a lot of traveling left to do. Seems like I got this to work. So 22 minutes we've been up in the air, 19 minutes remaining. But yeah, as you can see, I mean it looks good with the Orbex. I'm not gonna say that it doesn't. The regional one looks so much better than the normal land class Orbex, just because it, specifically if there's no towns or very few towns, it's just a little bit crispier. Okay, let's see, we're almost at 10,000, so we're gonna press the altitude hold button kind of right about now. And we can maintain this ish. I'll throttle down a bit, or give a bit less thrust. And we're soon gonna get our top of descent, and then we'll get our clearance downwards. So I'm just gonna go and take something to drink, some water, and then I'll be right back to wrap this up, this short flight. Okay, we haven't yet gotten any descent clearance, so I am gonna request that. Let's see if we can get 5,000 feet.
Tower Airwego 4003 request descent to 5,000 feet.
Okay, we got at
Airwego
least 6,000.
4003 negative. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Descend and maintain 6,000 feet. Airwego 400.
And I'm gonna push it down. I think we have to do it that way. Let me see. So let's push it down to about 1,500. And then we're gonna add.
We have begun our final descent to your destination.
At least we're descending, so that's good. Let's force it down a bit with this one.
Please also store any carry-on items either in the
Okay. Airwego 4003, say altimeter. Let's get the altimeter. We'll also do the
Airwego
landing lights already.
4003 QNH is 1008 at Langley's Airport.
10.
QNH is 1008
8.
Airwego 4003.
And based on the approach, I'm just gonna look at my iPad here separately. We are supposed to be down at 5,000 at CA, and then the closer we get, so we're supposed to go down to about 3,000, a bit lower, 2,000 feet. So I'm gonna put that in already. I'm not sure I can trust the ENTC today. We're gonna slow down quite a bit. We're gonna open the checklist. So before landing, it's about turning the yaw dampeners off, setting flaps full. I guess we have landing lights and the signs are on. I guess technically the taxi lights, signs could come on. And yeah, not that much else. We're soon gonna be turning into final. We're still over 8,000 feet, so we're quite high. We're basically gonna be flying just, I think, before this mountain, so our turn must come very soon. Or are we gonna fly on top of it? Technically we might be flying on top of it. So I'll add a bit more thrust or torque, whatever you wanna call it. Let's see, what else? Do we have everything else looking good? It does look good. Yeah, here we have the trim actually. Here we can see the. So we should have been a bit more careful with this, checking this before takeoff. What do they even learn? There's always something new to figure out. The turn must be very soon. Feels like we're gonna be flying. And I'm actually wondering if we should descend a bit slower, just to not by mistake go too slow. Airwego 4003, request flight level 020.
Airwego 4003 flight plan closed at 0920. Good morning. QNH is 1009.
Oh, that didn't help.
Thank you, QNH is 1009. Airwego 400.
Maybe I was mumbling too
Tower
much.
Airwego 403 request descent to 2,000 feet. Descend and maintain 2,100 feet. Airwego 400.
Okay, we're still above what we need to be, so that's good. About 6 minutes to go. The lights are set up appropriately. Now we just need to get the... I'm trying to figure out if we're picking up anything yet. So if we're doing nav and we change to... Can we change the nav to V-lock? Yeah, let's see, it does seem to work. So that's good. And we should be descending now. We can throttle down a bit, and I'm gonna just check quickly. We're not descending fast enough. Let's add a bit more. So 104, yeah, on the course. So we're almost at it. 104 is the course. I think I see the airport there, so that's good. We can continue to throttle down. No point pushing things further than they have to. Let's check if we need anything. Seatbelt signs are on. We can make a public address. And what else? Lights are looking good. What's this flight computer? Oh, it's that light. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Probably good for night flying. Is this a offset? Or does the sim maybe have a different view of it? It's saying it's supposed to be 105, 104. Huh. And then the 09 or 8. So maybe there's a small offset. Doesn't really make a huge difference, apart from the fact that we of course need to take that into account with our flying. And I'm not sure about the limitations of the flaps actually, but we can probably soon start to... I'm gonna throttle down a bit more. We can set the first flap level. I'm actually gonna take controls.
Tower Airwego
Let's add a bit of
4003
torque.
at 4,400 feet inbound for landing.
Or thrust. Yeah, maybe use the flaps a bit early.
Airwego 4003 squawk 1200 report left downwind for runway 10. Pattern altitude is 1,300 feet.
Okay, we're not gonna be doing patterns, we're just gonna go straight in.
Squawk 1200 will report left downwind for runway 10. Pattern altitude is 1,300 feet Airwego 4003.
I can though change to 1200. Oh, let's have a look at that. Now we're descending a bit crazy, a bit too fast. We are a bit high, so I mean in that sense it's not wrong. I do though wonder about the course. Let me tweak it a bit. Are we... Interesting though how we're not picking it up. But okay, okay, not the end of the world. Things are looking okay. I guess we're landing around 80 knots, maybe a bit below. Something like that should work. Okay, and let's see. Still looking good. It's a very beautiful aircraft as well, like the instruments etc. look very nice. It's fun to fly. Yeah, I don't have a lot of negatives to say about this one. Maybe if the rain affects them. If there aren't any rain effects, for example. That could be a negative, and then I guess the lack of a load and fuel manager once you're in the sim. Okay, looking good. Let's just quickly check if there's anything. Yeah, dampener should go off. That's one of the main things that I haven't done. So let's get that one off. I'm gonna go flaps full. We're a bit low now, so you can see we can lower the flaps quite a bit. Not sure if it's common to do that. And look at the effect it had on our airspeed. So they are quite effective, those flaps. And you get like a pitch up movement as well. So we might have to trim a bit to take that into consideration. The wind and weather though seems to be doing good. But yeah, it's looking good. We are soon, we're high though now, so that's less good. So we have to push this bird down. I'm gonna decrease the torque a bit, make sure that we are actually descending, which we seem to be. We have passed our minimums, so minimums I guess. Didn't think of that. But we're looking pretty okay. Not maybe the most stabilized approach, but not the worst either. The key will just be to land with the back wheels before we land with the front wheels. Still looking good. Still looking pretty good. Very nice this freeware one actually. Gonna add a bit of thrust. Feel like we're a bit too close to the red line. But we have to be a bit careful. Look at those flying buildings. Mesh, not meshing, I assume. You can see there's some slopes here as well, so I guess this is a up here. So yeah, I do think people ski around here. That's my very provocative opinion. Or without fact. Oh, let's have a look now. Now I'm a bit worried about the... Yeah, okay, looking good. We're able to maintain about the speed. I was a bit worried about stalling. Okay, we are gonna land, but it's gonna be a late landing. So I was being a bit overcautious. We're gonna use the trust, the reversers to come to a stop very quickly. Okay, let's see if we can. Yeah, look at that. We did it. Woo. Okay, okay. We're happy. We didn't report our left downwind to ATC, so we were bad in that regard, but yeah, not the end of the world. We'll just go and park somewhere around here, and then we'll wrap up for today. We have arrived at the right airport. That's always a good sign. And we didn't do anything else. We don't need the bleeds, right? That's something we can live without. Now we just need the taxi. We didn't have any DI. Strobe lights are off. This can go to ground. trim tabs, etc. Yeah, let's skip that. Now let's just taxi here and park. And yeah, I think that makes sense. You have some military bases here, it looks like. Yeah, very nice for your airport, not gonna lie. Okay, we're still not getting moving, but let's see, we should soon enough. Oh, flight data recorder, that should have been on. We didn't record the flight. That's a bit of a no-no. Okay, let me see, what are we waiting for? Why aren't we moving? There we go, we just need to add that thrust. It's not the best in that regard. You need quite a bit of thrust to get going, and then it easily kind of overspeeds. So the taxiing part is a bit weird. Not sure if it's emulated correctly or not, but or simulated, but oh well. Oh well, oh well. Okay, so let's see now. Yeah, we landed according to Airwego 119 was the landing rate, which I think is pretty good. It's pretty decent, not the best, not the worst. I don't think this airport has quite the same, or is at quite the same level as the Tromsø one, but it is a pretty good freeware one nevertheless. I mean, I'm rarely gonna be flying to what was it, Bardufoss? Oh, sorry about that. Going a bit too quick with this bird. Not paying enough attention. But yeah, Bardufoss from Tromsø. Not gonna be a flight I do often, but I might do a bit more of these Norwegian ones. Maybe if there we have some tours, it would be fun to fly the Twin Otter. It's a fun aircraft. And okay, we have made it. I think we can start the same way we started the or we can stop the same way we started the engines. So one engine at a time. Maybe the generators can go off as well, so we're back on battery. Do not forget to submit PyRep, so I'm gonna submit the PyRep now. PyRep filed, thank you for flying with Airwego. No worries, and I can close the Compass app, and I am gonna have a look at PackX. Not sure if that's tied to the seat belt sign here. Hopefully not. I'm gonna also open just the main door. Sometimes that does seem to speed it up a bit. Yeah, there we got. So 121. Okay, some extreme. Okay, so some not too happy thoughts about our flying experience, or about their flying experience with our airline, but okay. We did the best. We're gonna just quickly watch the replay. Okay, it came in quite perfectly here. So yeah, we feel like we're okay on profile, but I kind of mess up. I think the approach is decent, but maybe a bit low at times. And we're kind of in the middle, so following the center line, but I feel like the landing, I'm a bit botching it. I'm not being finessing it enough. I'm flaring a bit too early, and then I'm flaring too much. I mean, we are coming down most of the time, but it's still, we missed the main one, and then we come down just after the last one here. Pretty okay landing though, not gonna lie. And we did I mean, in all other aspects it was pretty fine, but yeah, not the best approach, and we did miss the main touchdown. So But well, you live and you learn. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Wasn't one of the longer ones, well, a bit over 1 hour. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. And otherwise, until next time, thank you for watching and bye bye.